Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mancillon. I'm called to invited to come back and speak to you today. I'm very honored by your presence. It is we are all here. We are very important here in this process, in this grand scheme of creation. For we are all here for very unique reason, for the expansion of our soul. It is not, of course, when we choose to come in the service of the planet and humanity, to awaken, to move into this greater unity and love and peace. But we're all here to learn, grow, and expand. For there is so much we need to learn, grow, and expand from with, and so. For it is not about being angry about the the controllers. For the controllers are here to allow us to make a conscious decision in relationship to the alignment, to the awakening. If there was not, they had to accelerate their plans. That is complete madness, the lies and the manipulation that have been going on for a very long time. Yet the awakening population there are millions of people awakening, knowing that they are not accepting this injustice, this untruth, this oligarchical plutocracy and their complete madness. But we have to respect all of the controllers, for they are here to provide a contrast and to allow us to choose something else. For a lot of light workers, decided when you first awaken, say, am I paranoid and schizophrenic? Because you hear voices and you see all this darkness around. But it's only a phase. Then we move into this understanding that for at first they feel like we need to fight against the dark, but the dark really loves the fight we're feeding in. So it's about tuning into the love and light of Source, and then to allow the God Self to create miracles and to unfold His own plan. Trust in the plan of the God. That's the most essential. And stay in joy. Focus on what is really wanted, what you really want, what you really enjoy. Do not be pulled into duality, for there is so much that can be unfolded, but we need to get rid of all the doubt and have faith in the plan of the Creator to see that it's going like at the rhythm of nature. Nature is very slowly growing. It's like all growing every second, but yet we do not see it because it is and nature is already in this sphere of unity and consciousness, the universal consciousness of love and showing. You can even see in the wild animals, they have evolved their consciousness. There is so much that is changing within, if you observe that. For we all came here for personal growth and collective evolution. So it's about all this contrast is just forcing us to choose, to discern and to choose between what is unwanted and what is wanted, what brings personal joy and collective joy, and what brings personal suffering and collective suffering. So it's not about complaining about what is unwanted. It's about focusing and creating something that is wanted. To discern, to choose, and to focus on that which is wanted. So, I just wanted to rebound on something I said yesterday. I'm not against electric technology. I'm just waiting electric vehicle. I'm just waiting for them to be fully reliable before we can even. And even on the planetary energetic level, geothermy could be really powerful right now. We have that, and. But there is a quantum reactor, quantum batteries, then on the next level is 0-point batteries, 0-point generators, all of that. I've been working on many of those projects, but all my notes were hijacked by some people, by the beings, all my paintings, everything. I'm just like, I just can't wait to get it back. I pray God that I will be able to get that back. And for when I talk about freedom, and I'm looking for my point of freedom, it's not from a conscious perspective. It's like this has already happened. For decades I've been free and connected to the soul and all the cosmic realm, some on my own level, but it's about financial freedom that will allow me to balance things out. So, but I do trust. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing all of that on the astral plane, and I say, well, I want to let go of my physicality so I can fully enjoy that. But God said, no, your mission is down here. You have to wait for it to happen. And sometimes it's not easy. There is some to go through that, but for it is right now there is still a need. A lot of people that are feeding themselves from conflict, from opposition, from power, and so they're not really ready to move into this freedom for all, for these new energies that will come. We'll free the world, everything, free energy, non-pollutive energy, everything will be. It's all ready. You just got to go to the ethers and bring the technology down. But the condition will soon be there. Huh? So it's about moving from the love of power to the power of love. But do not be in anger or in like needing to fight the demons and the darkness. They will continue to fight as long as you fight. As you let go of the fight, you call on the Archangel Michael if you feel for protection, for guidance. He's available 24/7. And so, but put everything in the hands of your creator. The creator, he has a plan, and then once you see the magic, the beauty of life. It's in all things everywhere, and not just in this planet, but everywhere. But here on the planet, we can see it. And if you go into the infinitely small or the infinitely big, there is no end to the creation. For my I am presence has revealed to me, it is my own personal, we have this pre-personal spirit of God that has been given to us, that I have a double alignment, I have this great cosmic alignment with the realm of infinity, with Allah, the one that is all, and I also have this alignment with the universal Father that the Christ revealed at the center of paradise. And so it is only one God. It is just different aspects of the personality that fulfill different aspects. For even Allah says, "I am one and alone." But when you listen to the Quran, it says, "We gave the book to Moses. We sent the Christ." So there is many Godheads up there, yet it is in the unity consciousness of the one. So. There is some scientists that imagine there is more than one cosmos, but there is not more. There is only one cosmos. Yet what we see in the physical plane is just a minuscule part of it. Just as our physical body is made of flesh, it's just a minuscule part of who we are. There's so much going on in the energetic, more refined state in the inner planes that it is just a minuscule part. It is the tip of the iceberg, and it's the same thing in the physical realm of the universe. For even the materialistic scientists, I've been able to detect that the physicality they see is just a fraction of what the mass of the universe is, and they call it dark matter, but it's not dark matter. There are countless heavens. I'm going to talk about this briefly because it's just a perspective of about the Paradise Ascension plan. And so, because God created they're not evolutionary spheres; they're created by the fiat of the Creator. Those heavenly spheres, they're like clusters of planets that are created for the ascension of material consciousness that goes from system. Each system has there's so many satellites and sub-satellites. We live in a planet from a celestial point of view that's called Urantia, 606 of Satania. We're the Satania in the constellation of Norliatadek, that is this constellation is in the universe of Nebadon, that's in a minor sector of Ensa, that is a major sector of Splendon, that is in the super universe of Orvonton. Those are the names, celestial names that were given. So once we achieve all of the experience that we need on the physical plane, we start as Paradise Ascension. So we go into the celestial realm. We incarnate in. We appear in those celestial the sub-satellites of Jerusalem. Then eventually we go through all the satellites, and then we graduate from Jerusalem, from the system center, which is right now 619 planets. Those systems are meant to be the administrative center for 1,000 inhabited world. And then we graduate, we are sent to the center of our constellation that is called Norliatadek. A center is called Edantia, Eden. That's where the word Eden, that's where the constellation, the Most High, the constellation Father, are the rulers of those planets. And those regulates about 100 systems, and once we graduate from all those universities, we send into the more spiritual planes of the center of the local universe center. The central sphere is called Jerusalem. It's called Jerusalem. I'm sorry, Salvington. And then so we go through the clusters of the Archangel, the clusters of the Melchizedek, the clusters of the Finalitas, and all and so forth. And then once we graduate, if we fuse with our I am presence, we end up directly there, and we find with the triple sacred fire essence of our Creator Son and the creative spirit, and then we are sent back down to assist others to move up. But once we graduate, we are sent to the satellites of the minor sector, and then once we graduate from minor sector, we are sent to the major sector. There's all kinds of, because we slowly but surely we are spiritualized. We're letting go of the animal nature, the memories of the physical, to move towards the pre-spiritual, so to speak. And then we have to incarnate on all 10 sectors, and eventually we are sent to Uversa, the satellites of Uversa, and that's where there is the greatest the greatest spiritual activities. For all those spheres are inhabited by high spiritual beings, and that were created to rule over, like the Ancient of Days are the three Ancient of Days that rule over the super universe. So there are 700. Within our super universe, there is 100,000 local universe. Each local universe is created to hold about 10 million inhabited worlds. So it is a grandiose plan, and there are 7 super universes. Yet there is no physical barrier between the local universe or even between the super universe. For there are beings that come from the first super universe. Andromeda is the center of the first super universe is far more developed. For the first super universe is ruled as the universal father would rule it. The second as the eternal son would administer. There are different paths of ascension. The third one is as the infinite spirit. The fourth one is as the father and the son combined together. The fifth one is as the Father and the Spirit. The sixth one is as the Son and the Spirit. And our super universe is the blending of the Father, Son, Spirit. Each of them are conducted by the Master Spirit of Paradise, which represents they are the personification of that administration. If you put the 7 Master Spirit together, you would account to the consciousness of the infinite spirit. For on Paradise, for once we achieve this graduation from the center of the super universe, we are then sent to traverse the central universe, which is called Avona. We go from Uversa and traverse. There is 1 billion perfect spheres. It's not an evolutionary universe. It is an ultimate universe of perfection that God created, that exists from eternity. And all the created sons and daughters, that before they go into into space to create their own universe, they practice in this universe and they choose models. What are they going to use for their own creation? And so I'm going to put a model of the cosmological model on the cover of this video. And so the central universe is eternally protected and will always be invisible from space, and yet that is the supremacy, the time and space. And for now, and what we see with a super telescope is the first level of outer space. It is the beginning of something that's going to be so grandiose, but it's for that is not open. The transcendental universe of the future are not open until the whole of time and space will be completed. So as we traverse the 7 circuits of the central universe, the outer realm, the outer circuit has 225 million planets, and the inner circle has 75 million planets, with intervening number in between. And then there is three spheres, 3 circles of paradise satellites. The sacred sphere of the Father, the shiny orbs of the Son, and the grand spheres of the spirits. And then Paradise is at the center. Paradise is the greatest agglomeration of cosmic reality and will always be. It is the only material sphere that never moves. Everything moves around Paradise. Paradise is not a being. It responds to the will of the creators. It is one of the 7 co-absolute. For there are 4 co-absolutes that are existential, 3 that are personal, the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, and then Paradise. And then there are 3 experiential absolute. From on the absolute level, there's only 1 absolute, but from a sub-absolute level, spirit can discern those absolute. There's the unqualified absolute and an absolute has no beginning, no end, no time, no space. It cannot change. It is absolute. So for some time but for now we're looking to realize in time and space the reality of the supreme. I'm sorry, it's a very complex subject, and I'm trying to synthesize it to make it easier. So it's like we're here to realize the supremacy, the supreme, the God of time and space. As we move through we create this ascension and we return to Paradise, we discover that behind the Supreme there is the Universal Father. And so we're sent back into the other super universe to complete this vision. But then eventually we'll go looking for God on the ultimate level. And that right now there's the first level of cosmic reality that's been created by the Paradise Force organizer. Those beings are absonites. For God exists God is pre-personal, on the prepersonal, as a prepersonal being, God fragment itself, like the I am presence as a prepersonal spirit. As a personal being, God creates, and as a superpersonal being, God eventuates. So there is a 1,000 orders of being on paradise that have nothing to do with time and space. They are eventuated. They are absonites, we call the transcendental being, that have everything to do with the future of time and space, the ultimacy of creation. And right now, what we see with our telescope is just the first level of that. But there is no spiritual activity just yet. We need to complete this understanding of that which is true, beautiful, and good. And so, and then there will eventually be 3 more levels that will expand. Yet the paradise philosophers always wondered, how can the infinity of the universal Father be realized in cosmic reality, as we know that can always be added something to space, infinity. You can always add something more we can always add something to infinity in relationship to material creation. Yet there's this mysterious being on paradise named as the consumer of the universe destiny, and it's like, my spirit told me it will be so grandiose, it's beyond what anybody can understand. But it's got to be patient, because it will take a long time before we actually get there. And so, as we traverse the central universe, we'll eventually attain paradise. Paradise, at the very center of paradise, is the universal Father, surrounded by the presence of the eternal Son, that's surrounded by the presence of the infinite Spirit. And there is the most holy spheres of paradise. And then there is 7 concentric zones of residential area. Paradise is essentially flat. All personalities live on the upper surface. The bottom surface is really mysterious. Is where space is being produced, and then time begins on top of paradise. For the condition of space on paradise is absolute, and the condition is eternal. The condition of space is absolute, and the condition of time is eternal. And there is no space and time there. And so we'll eventually all spirit personality has the primal origin on paradise, and it's the ultimate destiny of all personality to eventually find their way back. But it's the story of the prodigal son or daughter, so those who have actually achieved that return. But we all achieve it eventually. And so if you have questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment box below. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I thank you for your donations. And if you want private sessions, I can still do card readings or different, depending on what's needed. So there is this great plan, this paradise ascension plan. Yet we're not limited. We're already connected to that realm of infinity, and when we connect to that realm of infinity, all the solution can be found there. We can look in the material world for solution and be there for like years and years and years and years to go in circle. Yet in 15 minutes of connecting to the higher consciousness of the cosmic mind, the great God of the God that is all, the supreme being, we can receive direct answers. Yet we're not always allowed to reveal that. So it's a lot of things are just for us until it is the time to share. For we're here to share and to anchor this energy. For there is so much that is about to unfold, but it's all about it's all happening within. This higher matrix is happening within this kingdom of God. This new matrix of spirituality is created within, and then from the inner, it will eventually. It's already anchored. This nature is already there. So it's about blending in and allowing this higher self, this God self, to unfold its own plan rather than try to control it. Well, you cannot control this creation. It is the plan of the Creator. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much, and I want to finish with a song. It's a song that talks about discernment. Discernment. It's called I Wish You Were Here. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rain? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot hair for a cool breeze? cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in a war for a leading role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found same old fears? Wish you were here. So we can all connect through the heart, but eventually we're gonna want to fulfill that connection, to be free of fear, for life begins where fear ends. So it is very important to continue to cultivate that sense of connection, that sense of self, and to be as detached as possible in relationship to all of those things that are negative, and continue to cultivate your vision. There's so many people that have grand vision, and eventually we're all going to come together and create this new renaissance, this new awakening on the planetary level. We're going to, a lot of things, trust the plan of the Creator. Do not think that you have to fight anything, or to unless you're called to do something from the heart, then you do it. But other than that, trust your Creator. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.